Hello. It's Shawn Brady bringing you another fabulous podcast for the CCC Connector Circle Conferences. And I have one of our awesome speakers for June 1st, 2018. Episode really 3. But take 2 with Shawn that he really wants out there for you're one of the speakers on June 1st. Mm-hmm. And I didn't ask you about your pet peeves, and then I did ask you about your pet peeves, and then you had a brain blank. So you were going in about what some of your pet peeves are, because you're an even-keeled, very laid-back individual with very strong convictions, I would say. But what are some of those pet peeves that, just come out sometimes?
So, as I was trying to say the other time, and
what are you, human?
The idea is we're bouncing off of itself. It's when people, if I were to boil it down to something very simple, it's whenever people don't have empathy for other human beings. We're so prone as a society and individuals to damn someone else for what we feel is the greatest transgression ever. But if we took a moment, meditated on the idea, before responding, there's a good chance that you would realize you're being a hypocrite, or that you're trying to ruin someone else for only a minor slight against you or against the community at large.
Do you have a good example of that, especially around what you hear often that would set off that pet peeve?
Well, okay, so let's take it in terms of the personal advocacy stuff, and when we're working with our healthcare providers.
Sure.
We expect them to know everything. We get angry at them whenever they misdiagnose us, and we talk about how terrible they might be.
Right.
I tell you what, they're probably a really good doctor, just not in the way that you need them. So, chill your horses down for a moment. Think about the times when you were at work and you were supposed to know something, but you didn't. Were you
or your mind
fired immediately for it? Right. We're not perfect. We're humans.
Right.
And this can be applied to every situation. I believe that giving the benefit of the doubt is one of the best things we can do in life. Even if you believe this person is guilty of something, just realize that you probably don't have evidence that they did anything wrong in the first place. And what kind of punishment do you believe is fair? Now, when we talk about punishments here, justice isn't about vengeance. If you're angry, you are the last person who should be doling out judgment to anyone. If you come in clear-sighted, you've analyzed the different angles, you said, I probably wouldn't do any, I wouldn't have done this, or I don't do this.
Right.
And then you say, this person's a bad person. I can see that. But what is there to gain on a societal level? What is there to gain on a personal level? Is there a way that you could take your outrage and transform it into something that's beneficial instead of damning someone without the opportunity of, what is that word? Forgiveness, redemption. Give them a chance to
grace,
grow, right?
Mercy.
Not everyone who does something that hurts you is trying to hurt you. Most of us moving through life are just bumbling through it like a June bug. We're blind. We've never done this before.
Yeah.
And if you want people to give you that same forgiveness, give it to others. When you fall, I hope someone's there to give you a hand. I sure the hell want that. I want someone to say, Shawn, I get it. You made a mistake. We shouldn't erase every single good thing that you've done because you may have been a jerk to someone one day, or you sped, or you did something. I can't give specifics because, every circumstance is different. But just have an open mind. Give love, even when love isn't there. And meditate. Be peaceful.
Yeah. That exactly what you just said. That's what somebody reminded me of earlier was, look, if you want to be loved, be loving. It's really that simple. Any other pet peeves or things that can get under your skin?
I would say some minor pet peeves, and hopefully you never do this in my company, which is when you take styrofoam and you rub it against itself. Oh man, that's miserable.
Worse than fingernails on a chalkboard.
That never bothered me.
Really?
It never bothered me because it just sounds like fingernails on a chalkboard to me.
But the squeakiness.
The squeakiness, that's
No
intolerable.
good.
Or if you take 2 pieces of sandpaper and you rub them against each other, I hate that sound.
What? Everybody's got their pet
Yeah.
peeves.
Or when cats lick plastic, that drives me up the wall.
Well, I wouldn't know because I've never heard that, and I'm
Oh.
allergic to cats.
Oh.
So
Well,
there's
so in the morning times when my cats want to be fed, they climb into my bed, and sometimes they'll bring a piece of plastic with him, and they will lick it. They will lick it until I lose my mind. It's loud and obnoxious.
See, there you go. So now you know a couple more pet peeves you probably wouldn't have thought about. I wouldn't have thought about those. But Shawn White, thank you for sharing not only your stance and educating us on your nut cancer, but thanks for sharing what we can do and just be better human beings in the meanwhile while we're here.
Yeah, net cancer is a lot easier to say than neuroendocrine cancer.
Thank you.
There's only a few less syllables, but it makes it easier on all of us.
Yes. So come on down, get your tickets for June 1st, 2018 here at Medici Media Space in St. Louis. And you can see Shawn White, and there's 4 other speakers, correct?
There'll be 4 other lovely speakers
Yes.
for you to feed your intellectual needs with, and perhaps fill your heart in ways that you didn't know it needed to be refilled.
I love it. And that's why we do it. All right, my man, Shawn, as always, thank you for being here. And everybody out there, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And if we don't see you in person, we hope to see you with the response on social media. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.
Is your phone?
That was okay. It's my phone, man. If I can, more people I can make happy, that's my thing. And that's my why.